What's up, YouTube? This is John, and I am back once again sitting under the lamppost talking to you guys about something that is on my mind in the video game world, and it is nice to be back after about, 5-6 days, maybe a week. I haven't been able to record recently just because, aside from the Super Deformed Gamescast, I've been on a few other podcasts. There's lots of games to be played, and, of course, there's personal stuff in everybody's life that, has to be taken care of. I got to go to work, but, good to be back, and as always, we appreciate, and I appreciate you guys coming to check us out, coming to visit our YouTube page, and listen in on our podcast. Actually, last week we got our chat going for the first time ever, and we had a record number of viewers. We fielded questions, we engaged the audience, we were talking to you guys, getting to know you a little bit, and it was really cool, and we hope that that'll continue. We hope you guys will continue to support us and come back every Thursday. But that's not what I want to talk about today. What I want to talk about has to do with Sony and a really weird, kind of hilarious, kind of scary situation that has happened with their attempt to trademark a very, very common phrase, not just in the gaming world, but throughout the internet in general. And unless you've been living under a rock, you've probably heard about the fact that Sony has recently tried to patent the term "Let's Play," which on the face of it is just as ridiculous as it sounds. Now, thankfully, this was actually rejected by the USPTO, which, and I know that's a mouthful, but that stands for the United States Patent and Trademark Office. Now, these are the guys who decide what you can and cannot trademark, obviously. And you might think that this trademark was denied because it's utterly ridiculous, which it is, and we'll get into that in a minute. But it actually was not rejected for the reasons you might think. The reason it was rejected is because another company actually already has this trademarked. Now, I did some digging, and the company is called Let's Play with a Z. Let's Play of America, to be specific. And as far as I can tell, I did some research. It's a company based out of, I guess, Georgia. I don't even know where in Georgia, because they've got a very, very small online presence. But it's a company based in Georgia, and they, as far as I can tell, they set up gaming events for people. Now, as to what kind of games these are, what kind of events, I don't know, because that's all I could find. Google search results just turned up like T-shirts or whatever, but not a whole lot about Let's Play of America. The point is people are up in arms over Sony trying to trademark this term, and they should be, but it's already owned by another company. Granted, a company with not a very small presence. They're not a corporate giant like Sony is. Regardless of what happens, or regardless of Sony's reasons for trying to trademark this phrase, because to be honest, we don't know why they did. In my opinion, it's a good thing that this was rejected. It comes off as very anti-consumerist, very, very greedy, and I don't think, like some other people do, that Sony had anything malicious in store. I don't think that they were trying to strong-arm their way into the YouTube Let's Play world, and tell gamers, hey, we've trademarked the phrase. We now own any kind of content you put on YouTube that's called Let's Play. I don't think that's the case. Sony, just like any other company, has made some boneheaded moves in the past, but I would like to think they're not quite that stupid. Having said that, the language of the trademark would have allowed for it to be enforced in a very different way should Sony have desired something like that. So I think it's a good thing that this was actually rejected. However, we have absolutely not heard the last of this. Sony has 6 months starting this week to appeal the decision. And it's entirely possible that they could end up getting their own version or their own vision of this trademark if the appeal rules in their favor. I don't see that happening again. Just based on the fact that it's a very common phrase, and it could be handled, or it could be enforced, let's say, in a very, very untoward manner towards gamers. And I don't think, one, the Patent and Trade Office would allow something like that to happen. But I also don't think, and I truly believe this, I really don't think that Sony would so horribly damage their reputation among gamers. Because let's face it, were they to do something like that, it would be an absolute PR disaster. Every bit of goodwill that they've built up from the fan base over the successful launch of the PS4 and their engagement with fans over the past several years, that's gone. That would evaporate overnight. And I know we at Super Deformed Gamescast would be absolutely livid about a decision like that, as would pretty much any other podcaster I know, and I know quite a few. I associate with quite a few. But again, this saga is not over. We're going to find out more, or at least we won't see the end of this for another 6 months, because I do have a feeling that Sony will appeal the decision. But who knows? Maybe they don't. At any rate, I want to see what you guys think. What do you think Sony's intentions were for trying to trademark this, and do you think it's right or wrong? Do you think they should have been allowed to do it? Do you think they should be allowed to do it? Or do you agree with me, and do you think that for whatever, regardless of what their reasons are, it was the right move for the Patent and Trademark Office to turn this down? Let us know what you think. Comment, rate, subscribe. Appreciate you guys coming by, and we hope you join us this coming Thursday at 8 o'clock p.m. when 7 of us sit down and talk about video games. So until then, we'll see you guys later.